Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is PurpleTube. This is a friend of about 3.5 years actually, and she brings pure variety on her channel. It could be unboxing videos, hauls, a look at her dogs. The creator's name is Danny, and she has a beautiful area that she takes us around to have a look at with a stream, a river, almost like a little, I don't want to call it a waterfall. You'll have to see her videos to see what I'm talking about. A lot of four-wheeling in the backyard. And this creator has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family for a long, long time. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. She's working on 2,200 subscribers right now. She's got a new ASMR mukbang combination video here. So I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. I haven't seen that one yet, and that will give me a chance to catch up with her. Playlist can be a great tool for that. Shorts are here with up to 6,000 views, one over 33,000, and one at 322,000, which is great to see. Nice to see the dogs playing in the snow, actually. And then live streams on the channel. So it's been a little while, but she's done many of those in the past. Hopefully everybody will connect with PurpleTube and see our friend Danny. And she makes occasional appearances here in Tuber Chat as well. But like I said, has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter all the way along. The remaining remnant is dropping a Super Chat right now. Just, pardon me, John H. Shelton, the Vlogging Life, did the same thing. He's changed his name a bunch of times. But John H. Shelton comes to us from the UK, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So thank you both for those Super Chats. We always put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order, so we'll do that in a moment. And then members are added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Soon we'll start spinning the wheel, and after a little while, I will add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And yeah, the remaining remnant, thank you for that. I know I must have, I believe I just shared a video of yours, right? Today or yesterday? I always do my community posts in advance, actually, but I have a system. I'm using Streamlabs in the background. Let me see if I can whip a window over here to show you what on earth I'm about to talk about. Streamlabs does a good job of keeping track of who's in your chat, how active they are, and things like that. And I used to use Botissimo for that, but that service is gone now. But Streamlabs has a ChatBot as well. So I keep statistics of every live stream ever since the very beginning so that I can make sure to support everyone as well as I can and make sure that nobody gets forgotten either. That's a big thing, right? Exclusion, I think, is worse than lack of inclusion, if that makes any sense. And we've got quite a few names on the wheel already. I see we've got quite a few channels in the chat that haven't been with us for a while, and thank you all for coming in. We mix up the days and times here so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. An average of 100 channels will come through Tuber Chat every live stream, some of them brand new every day, and some who've been with us up to almost 4 years now. So Elisa's Adventures in Cruising, I'm getting you onto the wheel. Hilda DC's there as a beloved and dedicated moderator. VS Speaks Royally is one of our longest standing members. Of course, at the pole position and right beside him in the Wheel of Doom is Scratchin' PPA and Michael's Adventures, two of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years now on YouTube. Just Jason Keto and more in Canadian Family Life were both early in the doors. Lisa J. Stocks and Home Bartending with John are here with us just about every day, as is Fairbrick Studio and Sweet Melissa. And thank you, the remaining remnant, for grabbing that membership as well. That means that every time you're here in the next month, your channel will be added to the wheel as soon as we see you in the chat. And quite a few more introductions to do. But let's get the Vlogging Life with John H. Shelton onto the screen right now. John H. Shelton, like I said, has been a dear friend for a long time as well. He's been with us about the same amount of time as Purple Tube, actually, about 3.5 years. He comes to us from the UK. He brings filmmaking, vlogging, photography, creative writing, and a lot more variety. I see Aaron at Lawson is back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen is here with us every day. NDS Day Motivated Murray is a longtime friend as well. I might have been connected with her since before Tuber Chat was even a thought, actually. But she's a friend of at least 3 years, if not 4. Patch the Retro Gamer, it's good to see you back in the house as well. And Tamika Davis is here with us, an incredibly supportive account. And Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network is a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family, bringing us fantasy football. So I hope I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everyone. And Mitchy Boo checking in from South Australia. So thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's got to be 12 hours off for you or 11 hours off for you from us. But thank you for coming in. It's very late for you. Mid-afternoon for me in the Eastern time zone. And John H. Shelton is up on the screen right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And I see Jeremy D-Day coming in as well. I'm going to get him onto the wheel. Jeremy D-Day for sure has been a friend of about 4.5 years now. Long before Tuber Chat was even a thought, I was connected to JD Knight 7, which is his other channel. And Angie Hart 67, good to see you here as well. Thanks for coming in. When we look at John H. Shelton's channel here from the UK, like I said, he brings a lot of variety. He's also a huge Godzilla fan. You'll find that on a couple of different channels. He bounces between a couple of them. He posts frequently. I'm just going to grab his latest video from last week. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And as we get through a lot of the videos, you get an idea of the variety that comes from John H. Shelton on his channel. Always promoting other channels as well, you'll find from this creator. Shorts on his channel have gotten into 1,000 and even 1,500. There's Godzilla right there for everyone. And live streams on the channel as well. Up to a few months ago, he does these occasionally. We'll see if he's going to continue with these. And hopefully everybody will connect with this incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you again, John H. Shelton, for another super chat. He's done that countless times before. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The remaining remnant also dropped a super chat, so thank you both for those. I see Four Corners Custom Products is doing that as well. They've done that countless times before. And for that reason, we'll put their channel up onto the screen in another moment here when we look at the remaining remnant. This is a channel I've only seen a couple of videos from, but let's have a look at what they've got here. What they're talking about is being prepared, pre-prepared actually, is a critical activity for everyday life situations. And we've got a few friends that help with that kind of thing, whether it's crime or economic collapse, pandemics, natural disaster, military attacks, things like that. The remaining remnant wants to help us be prepared. One of the videos they've done here is dehydrating their own beef jerky. I'm going to look at this video. I actually overpay for beef jerky in the summers often for a snack in the middle of a work day, let's just say. But I'll see how you do that. They've got shorts here into 1,000 views already, and then they've got live streams, and these seem to be approximately once a month, so we'll keep an eye on the remaining remnant. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. But I look forward to getting to know the channel better. We'd love to push them towards the 200 subscribers that they're thinking about, and thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So next up is Four Corners Custom Products, and they've actually been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. It's got to be getting on 3 years now. What they do on their channel, they bring a little bit of variety, but they produce all kinds of merchandise, anything from hats to shirts to mugs to vinyl stickers and just about anything that can be printed. But as well, they give us a behind-the-scenes look at how the merchandise is made. So it's great to know that we have somebody to show us that process, and then we can use them as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels. And obviously another, like I said, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They bring some variety to their channel as well, often in shorts, as we can see, 4,000, 5,000 views. And a lot of the stuff that they've made, some of those custom masks from a while ago, a lot on the t-shirt press I've seen from them. And then I believe they do some 3D printing, but I could be mistaken. And then live streams on the channel as well. And they collaborate with others as well. So live streams here, it's been a month, but we'll keep the notification bell on and hopefully catch them. That's a cool looking logo as well. Pretty slick. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Four Corners Custom Products. And thank you again for another Super Chat. I didn't realize this, but the remaining remnant, the channel we looked at just a moment ago, actually took over our Stream Boss position. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock them out takes over and gets some extra exposure. That's that video game life meter under my camera there. Ben Sign Games is in the house. Rambling with the Brooms is here from the Ottawa area, another creator I happened to meet up with about a month ago. And he's here as a member and a moderator as well, so I'll get him on the wheel. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Together We Travel is also here. And then we will now, I believe, spin the wheel and see who's coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So, Rambling with the Brooms, look at that luck. That's Scott, and he just came in, and the wheel chose him right away. So, we've got his channel up on the screen. Ben Cyan Games talking about the Northern Lights. Yeah, I wonder if anybody saw those. I saw what I think was an Instagram post from Canadian Family Life today. I wonder if those are photographs that they caught. But yeah, I seen a few posts this morning. I didn't go out to look, but I don't know if we could have seen it from where I am right now around Toronto. But lots of people were mentioning, like one of my friends on Facebook had just said, last night there was a lot of people standing beside their cars. What am I missing? It's like, yeah, but most of us are seeing posts all day to say that the Northern Lights are coming, and don't forget to go look at them. But that was what that was all about, I'm sure. So, and then home bartending with John. Yes, knocking out a little bit more life off of that Stream Boss. So, if everybody would like to know, I'll give you the quick elevator pitch on how the Stream Boss works. You'll notice there's a couple of letters there that say HP. I know it's tough to see on a phone. And then there's a point value. So I have my Stream Boss, which is a feature of Streamlabs, by the way, that's built in. I have mine set to 1 point per American penny. So it gives you an idea of what it's going to take to knock that thing out. I certainly don't want to solicit it. It's just a fun addition to the stream. I'm sure everybody can understand the benefit of having little things like that in your live streams when you're monetized. Memberships knock 499 points off of the Stream Boss, regardless of what kind of membership it is. And that includes highlighted milestone messages, which are a free bonus for every official member on any channel where they are enabled. And they fly through the super chat like they fly through the chat like a super chat, but they are colored green for the members. And like I said, once a month you get one of those. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Wayne's World Unlimited, again from the UK. Good to see you here. And there you go. Yeah, that's incredible. Canadian Family Life, if anybody hasn't already connected with them, when you do, if you want to check them out on Instagram, they caught a really cool, I think they caught a few pictures, but I noticed it was the first post that I saw as I was going into Instagram to get my messages. So I haven't seen it, but if I remember right, there was a few dots, so you might have taken a few pictures all at once. But hopefully I'll catch that afterwards. Michael's Adventures as well, still here. Rambling with the Brooms is another member and moderator, actually, and he comes from the area close to Ottawa, Canada's capital. And I met up with this creator. Actually, he's got a thumbnail right here. It's coming up as For You, and you can see me kind of peeking in from the side there. We met up in Toronto with Just Jason Keto and more, and Brampton Gardner and another friend of Scott's, which was really, really cool. I love in-person meetups, and Scott does a ton of those, actually. He literally travels hundreds of miles to meet up with lots of other YouTubers in the United States. He's close to the border, as am I. So, Rambling with the Brooms comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, but being in Canada, he brings us all 4 seasons. I've actually hung out with him in the Sugar Shack on a live stream, just meaning he was live from the Sugar Shack. I happened to be watching, and he was making the famous Canadian maple syrup, as a matter of fact. And that's just one thing he does. He could be outdoors, he could be indoors. Like I said, lots of collaborations and meetups with this creator. He's got another project here. You see this thumbnail that says Cruise in Alaska 25. That's a collaboration of sorts that he's got going on with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, where they're planning a week-long cruise from Seattle to Alaska in August of 25. They're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. You can get more information on his channel or Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. There's Brampton Gardner right there. And shorts on this channel have actually done well, getting into 2,000, 3,001, almost 8,000 views with that Canadian winter weather. And then live streams on the channel as well. There's he used that thumbnail, but he's live every Thursday and Friday, actually. Procrastination Thursday, Shenanigan Friday. And this creator as well, he mostly is indoors, but he does a lot of StreamYard panels too, where he introduces us to other creators. I think he has been a moderator now on hundreds of channels. I forget how many he said the other day, if it was 140 or something like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rambling with the Broom. Scott, he's a dear friend and obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting the impression that maybe our stream is buffering, but it should be okay. Where I am right now, we have industrial grade internet. If it cuts off, I will restart one time. And actually, hopefully it'll hold itself together, because in another 2.5 hours or so, we're going to go and visit Charlene Heel. She monetized her second channel now. She's been a dear friend too. We'll go over there and raid together. And Home Bartending with John is coming up right now. This is another one-of-a-kind channel in the Superchat family. This creator teaches us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite. Pardon me, I can't even speak today. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John has got here, but he shows us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished and what we're going to need behind the bar for tools, let's say, to make some of our favorite cocktails. He also does collections where he might be featuring a bunch of different low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails. He also does comparisons and reviews of different liquors and liqueurs. One of the things he does on his channel most often lately is product reviews or comparisons. And these I find to be helpful because we all know what it's like, I'm sure, to think about what something might be like in a store if we've never tried it before. Buy something, bring it home, and then find that you may not like it. Whereas Home Bartending with John, with his product reviews, is going to be able to give us a chance to decide whether we might like something before we go and spend money on it, let's just say. So hopefully everybody will connect with Home Bartending with John. He's done well with shorts. One of these has really taken off. So he's gotten into 1,600, 2,300 views. One that's still moving at 7,700. And then live streams on the channel as well, or something he's done in the past. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if he's going to keep that going or bring them back. Home Bartending with John is getting very, very close to that 500 subscribers. It is a very exciting and important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. So I'm hoping anybody that hasn't already connected with him will. And then Home Bartending with John, for as long as I can remember, has been a silver member here in Superchat as well, which means we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here, even though he's here just about every day. Jonathan Sturgill is in the house. I've got you on the wheel. Let's spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. And then again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. We're going to look at Jeremy D-Day. This creator's actually got 2 channels, and Jeremy D-Day is somebody that I've known now for well over 4 years, well over 4.5 years, if you can believe that. I had already been on YouTube for a couple of years when I was introduced to the small YouTuber community, and we only use those words because they're so popular as a term. But what I was overwhelmed by was the generosity of these creators, Jeremy and a lot of his friends, that were willing to, kind of grab hold of everybody and say, hey, come with us. We're going to introduce you to everybody. Everybody's friends here. We all support each other. And I thought it was incredible. So after a short period of time from connecting with these creators, I decided to start what we now know as Superchat for the last 4 years. And Jeremy D-Day has been here all the way along. So he, like I said, has been with us since before we started. We just passed our 4-year anniversary. And he continues to come in frequently here in Superchat after now 700 episodes. So Jeremy D-Day is getting really close to that 1,000 subscribers on this channel. He's got 929 right now and a new web camera review. So I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. He does reviews of a lot of different things here, lots of variety on his channel. He says reviews, shorts, vlogs. Let's have a look at those shorts right now. We see that some of these have done well, 15,000, 27,000, one over 68,000, which is great to see. And then when we see JD Knight 7, we're going to see his original channel, and obviously he's been at this a long time. Here he does a lot of music reviews lately more than anything else, and JD Knight 7 brings variety in the music that he reviews. So sometimes you might find a Saturday night dance floor type hit, and then sometimes you'll find some country, and sometimes you'll find some thrashing metal as well. So I'm going to grab this Judas Priest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with him. And JD Knight 7 posts frequently, actually. When we look at the shorts over here, these ones have done really, really well. 115,000, 349,000, 400,000, and a couple of those are still moving. And then live streams are an idea maybe for the future. He's experimented with those, and like I keep saying, we've got our notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So let me spin the wheel one more time. What we're going to do right now is go for a break for about 3.5 minutes. Right after I play for everybody a clip from a new podcast series that is coming up in less than a month from now. I've already got the premiere scheduled and ready to go. These are creators who have been in the Superchat family for 3 years or longer. Each conversation is 1.5 to 2 hours, and each one of the creators that I interviewed has long passed, if not doubled, their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, you know what, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight. And the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at the 4,000, when you're at 4,000 subscribers, aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that, instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people where another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right. Oh, pardon me. All right, we're just about back. Hilda DC is up on the screen right now. And this creator is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. She's also been with us for pretty much 4 years, pretty much from the beginning of TuberChat. Now, Hilda DC is very well known here in the TuberChat family as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. What I mean by that is when you go through her content, you're going to find positive affirmations that come through constantly, both from the creator herself, special effects she has on the screen, and she even gets Nightbot on the case for that. Hilda DC is somebody who stands absolutely behind and beside her supporters, her friends, her family, and she does a lot of interesting things on her channel. I thought I saw this video, but I must be mistaken. She just put this out a few days ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll make sure that I get a chance to watch it. Playlists can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators. Hilda DC tells us on her banner that she brings vlogs, challenges, mukbangs, reviews, happy eating, dancing, sad dancing, weird food combinations, and occasionally she's with her son as well. Now, Hilda DC is also somebody who collaborates with a lot of other creators. She's done a lot of StreamYard panels on her channel. I've joined her dozens of times, I'm sure, on her channel, on other channels as well. And Hilda DC is always smiling, always laughing. She's got some shorts on her channel as well. These have gotten into 3,000 almost, 6,000, one at 47,000, which is great to see. And like most creators, it's pure variety over here. She's cooking all the time, actually, like she says now. She did a live stream a couple of months ago. She does these occasionally. We'll keep an eye on the channel. Hopefully catch her the next time by keeping our notification bell on. And we know that she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Hilda DC is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They have been for a long time. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in the same way we do here in TuberChat. Next up, we're going to look at Prez the Investor. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I've gotten Dutchfly61 onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. Rosalind Brinson is getting added right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then in another 20 minutes or so, I'll add another name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. When we take our next break, I'll wipe the wheel out and reload with anybody who hasn't been seen that's on it, that's still here. And I'll speed things up for us so we can get to more channels throughout the course of the stream, but we still got a long way to go, almost 2.5 hours, which is lots of time to put lots of channels up. And Prez the Investor is the next one we're going to look at. So this is a creator I'm still getting to know, but I caught them with Lisa J. Stocks. These creators collaborate all the time. They both want to help us with our finances, and particularly with investing. They will talk about technical aspects like compound interest, dollar cost averaging, earnings, dividends, and all of the news that we need to know from some of the biggest companies out there that allow investing, or public companies if we want to call it that. When we look at Prez the Investor, we're going to see that they've got a brand new video as well. I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them. And I'm happy to have a lot of these creators in the TuberChat family to help us with our finances, because one of the things that they can help with is not just investing in the technical aspects. They do everything in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. Pardon me, but they can help us find ways to save money and therefore invest. They're very forthcoming about their own portfolio and their own investment plays as well. So, Prez the Investor is any second now going to have 200 subscribers. So, I'm hoping we can push them up and over that milestone. And we'd love to get them up to about 205 of 210 if we can, so that if YouTube plays games with their numbers, they don't slip back below, but they're going to have it any time now. And then shorts on this channel as well bring some bite-sized information, over 500 views on several of these, which is great. They'll continue to grow. And then live streams, and sometimes Prez is by himself, sometimes he's got guests like Lisa J. Stocks and others, but I've got notification bells on for a couple. He's got a stream coming up tomorrow and one again the next day. So hopefully everybody will connect with Prez the Investor, and like I said, they're going to help us with our finances. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. That's an interesting coincidence. We're going to look at Lisa J. Stocks' channel right now. It's like the wheel is listening today. And Lisa J. Stocks, again, is going to help us with our finances. This is the creator that you see often with Prez. So it looks like they're doing a simulcast here tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I'll set the notification for that. We'll get Lisa's channel up here. She's here with us just about every day, and I see her out supporting other creators all the time as well. Ben Sign Games, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and for that reason, we're going to look at Ben Sign Games' channel next before we start spinning the wheel again. And Lisa J. Stocks, again, is going to help us with our finances, particularly. Actually, she describes it in a different way. She talks about saving, investing, building wealth, and staying out of debt, which is one thing I forget to mention when I talk about these channels all the time. But yes, eliminating debt and staying out afterwards is a wonderful thing that we definitely need. I'm not going to get into a rant, but I go like out of my mind over the idea that even when people like Robert Kiyosaki have written books saying the education system should have finance added in, it's still not forced on us, and I think it should be. You know, we all have money and trade in common, just the same way that we have clothing, shelter, and food in common. So I think there should be more of that, but thank goodness then for these channels that want to help us with our finances. They can help us do some catching up if we've fallen behind as well. Now, Lisa J. Stocks, again, is very forthcoming about her own portfolio, and she's going to talk about particulars like compound interest, dividends, dollar cost averaging, and other technical aspects. But these creators do this in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. She's got shorts over here that have done well, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000. And then we're going to get into live streams here. So like I said, tomorrow might be a simulcast, but she's been on with Prez the Investor, and she does live streaming frequently as well, usually several times a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lisa J. Stocks. She's getting very close to 3,000 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Monica Lynn, Alaska, my heart is here. So I've got them on the wheel. They happen to be a member, and we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But Ben Sign Games dropped a super chat, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters up onto the screen right away in order as soon as those things happen. So Ben Sign Games is doing something really interesting. They're doing the Everywhere Forever-a-thon, and they're on day number 338, if you can imagine that. That's over a year of streaming every single day on Twitch and also simulcasting on YouTube here. Ben Sign Games is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's been with us for as long, probably all of that time and much longer, actually. So it might be a couple of years now. And Bensai Games will bring a little bit of extra, a lot of Star Trek fan here, but a little bit of extra content in videos. They've got some shorts here as well. One of these has done incredibly well at over 500,000 views. One of those bar chart races. I find those mesmerizing. And then a more variety on the channel, of course. And then when we look at live streams, we see sometimes he's playing games like Words on Stream here. Sometimes he's chatting with whoever comes in. Sometimes he's playing other video games. But he is on all the time, literally, including right now. So hopefully everybody will connect with Bensai and Games. And like I said, there's a friend of a couple years, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So I'd love for you to have some of that support coming back to you as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then VS Speaks Royally is up here right now, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel. I often talk about engaged conversation. Actually, just 20 minutes ago, that clip that I played from the podcast series that we've seen a few times now talks about engaged conversation in a chat. And VS Speaks Royally does a great job of this in a couple of ways. First of all, everywhere that they go, they engage conversation in live chats, whether they're in premieres or streams. And then in their channel, the magic on this channel is in the live streams. They keep up with the royal family, and they have a vibrant community of creators, or pardon me, of supporters, and true viewers, actually, that participate in the chat, and you will see true, vibrant conversation whenever you're in one of these live streams. So they're live frequently. There's always something happening with the royal family, of course. They've been covering this for years now. They've been a friend of ours pretty much from the beginning of Tuber Chat years ago. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 6,000, 8,000, and 13,000 views, but like most creators, they're bringing pure variety into the shorts on the channel, as well as in some of the videos. So most of what they do revolves around the royal family here, but if you dig through the regular long form videos, you'll find a bit of variety there as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with VS Speaks Royally, and they're here with us frequently as well. Don Ray B is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right this second because, like I said, they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel. As soon as we see them in the chat, we'll spin. We'll see who's coming up next. And Pamsky's Crafty Heart is also here. We're going to get her onto the wheel. We're about to look at one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube, and that is our beloved and dedicated moderator here again, Michael's Adventures. So every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So Michael's Adventures is a popular name for a channel. Want to make sure we get our proper friend here, and you'll notice that avatar, I believe that avatar and logo was made by Two Pineapples for them a long time ago, and Two Pineapples was that creator behind the clip that we just played a quick moment ago. And then the Stock Explorers here, another beloved and dedicated moderator and member. I'll get them onto the wheel. They're here from Florida. And Michael's Adventures is over 1,300 subscribers and has over 3,500 videos on his channel. Lots of them are short form. He started with almost like shorts, 15-second videos, moved into 3-minute videos, and over the last year has moved into half-hour, 45-minute, even hour-long videos at times. He often premieres in advance and posts every single day, so I'm setting some notifications there. He posts every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern and then at 9 p.m. on weekends as well in the Eastern time zone, so you'll have to check his channel for your local time, but he's perfectly consistent as well. He features a lot of wildlife and nature And the wildlife features foxes, deer, raccoons, and there's a lot of bird watching on the channel. But if you dig through the videos, you're going to find that he also takes us out, often for a look around the area and a story to be told in a walk along. Sometimes he even takes us for a drive along, usually at night. And this creator is here for every stream that they can be, but they always make a point to make sure to give us their regards on the days they can't be here just due to a work schedule. But Michael's Adventures is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, especially when it comes to helping other creators with their watch hours. So for anybody willing to swap playlists here, I hope you'll connect with Michael's Adventures. We'll push him towards the 1,400 subscribers he's thinking about. And he's got some shorts over here as well, bringing in some lottery ticket scratching, a few outdoors shorts, and a slot game on a tablet here with over 6,000 views, which was great to see. So again, hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures and Paralife TV. Your everyday wheelchair ninjas in the house. That's Shane. Pardon me. I haven't been saying it enough, but the music that you hear in the background of TuberChat, by the way, is all copyright free, and it's available everywhere, all major streaming platforms. So anybody can use that in their videos and live streams. We've got a separate channel set up for that. And there's a virtual 24-hour live stream going over there. It's like a virtual nightclub. It's a lot of fun, and you'll find all the individual songs over there as well. And Silent Silver is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They'll take Sweet Melissa's place. And then I believe I just saw Marketplace Boutique come in. That's Jody. We'll get her channel on the screen. She Stole My Thunder is here from Canada. She's in Montreal. We'll get her channel ready to go. She's a gold member too, so you've already seen her channel link dropped a couple of times in the chat. Just Jason Keto and more still helping out with watch hours as well, even though he's monetized. So lots of creators do that. Swapping playlists like we do here in TuberChat can be a great benefit even to monetized channels. When you think about one particular thing, when somebody runs a playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end. And that can bump up the averages on your channel for average time viewed per video, if that makes sense. Chef Mama Bliss is in the house. Good to see you here. And yes, happy Mother's Day, by the way, to all the mothers in the chat. We won't be streaming tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. But hopefully everybody who is celebrating, I think our friends in the UK have Mother's Day in around February. We'll have to ask some of our friends from the UK about that. But in North America, we celebrate on this coming Sunday, which is tomorrow. She Stole My Thunder. Thank you, yes, for another coffee. And I can use it, so thank you for that. She Stole My Thunder's done that kind of thing countless times before. As you can see, an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We'll look at her channel next because she dropped that super chat. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. When we look at Sweet Melissa's channel, this is a creator who's been with us every day since finding us, and she's just been a friend of a couple of months now. But Sweet Melissa is letting us know in her About section that she is a part of a lot of different product review and product review and testing programs, or websites if we want to call it that, and she brings those products for us to see here in her channel in unboxing and review videos. So this is the one I watched just a few hours ago today. But it's cool to see all the different kinds of things that are sent to her that she then reviews for everybody. And a lot of us will recognize a lot of the products here. But that's a great way, first of all, to get some free products. Secondly, to have some content for your channel. And Sweet Melissa, obviously, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's look at the shorts on her channel. These bring pure variety, but a lot of these were getting into close to 1,000 views and 2,100. But one of them now, a newer one, got into 7,000, which is great to see. So those will likely continue to grow as she posts more and more. Let's spin the wheel, and I think I was just about to put up She Stole My Thunder, so I will. We'll see who's coming up after that. And Don Ray B, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. Pam's Crafty Heart has done that as well. I didn't realize that She Stole My Thunder actually just took over our stream boss position. And that happens every Super Chat and membership, knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss there under my camera here. And the last person to knock that out gets some extra exposure. So that will be She Stole My Thunder for a little while. And we'll look at Marketplace Boutique next because I just spun the wheel. And then we'll get back to spinning in another moment here. She Stole My Thunder, I mentioned, is a gold member. And what that means is we see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, which we have seen. Actually, let me just check on the robots for a second. I forget to do this every day. I should put a timer in the chat that does that automatically. And this is not something built in, but it's such an easy thing to do for anybody that uses any of these robots like Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Nightbot, and Botrix. You can put a little command in there, and then they just show up and say, yes, I'm here. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know you've been here for a few minutes. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at She Stole My Thunder, latest video I just watched was another horoscope. She's been doing a lot of these lately. This creator does a lot of, I want to say history, but she lets us know. She reviews book, art, and movies on her channel. She does a lot of reading. And then this creator as well will give us traditional reviews, a little bit of opinion. She keeps up with the chat when she does live streams, which feature similar content. And sometimes she will give us a tutorial about a program called Canva, which is a website or an app that's free. You recognize some of the thumbnails here. She not only teaches us how to make thumbnails and banners for our YouTube channels, but helps people with that kind of thing as well. Live streams are frequent on the channel, and then she's got some shorts over here that bring more variety in line with what she's usually doing, getting into 400 views and beyond. So we'd love to push She Stole My Thunder towards the 2,100 subscribers that they're thinking of, and they let us know they're working on watch hours as well, so you can reach out to them to swap with them if you'd like to. And thank you one more time, She Stole My Thunder, for a super chat on top of that gold membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And now we'll put up Marketplace Boutique because I spun the wheel already, and we'll see what Jody's got going on for us. Talking about e-commerce, which she's been doing since 1998. She talks about buying and selling online, platforms like eBay. The magic is in finding the right things to buy and therefore sell, and she helps us with that. When we look at the chat, Mr. Fulton Mraz says they've got some news coming up, and then, yeah, hopefully your hand is okay. Mr. Fulton Mraz, he's another friend of about 4.5 years. He always has interesting news for us and takes part in a lot of competitions like those America's Idol or America's Got Talent types of auditions and things like that. Marketplace Boutique is an incredibly supportive creator. They're here with us just about every day in Superchat. They're on the road to 1,000 subscribers already. They're at 936. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I just watched this video where they got a lot of interesting things here. I always forget this. When my son was growing up, he was a big fan of trains. So we used to watch like Thomas the Tank Engine, this and that, and for birthdays and Christmas and everything, him and his cousins would get like, all the trains from the Thomas the Tank Engine thing. In this video, she's got a cast iron train, like one of those classic antique toys. And I forgot about this. When I was a young child, my parents had train wallpaper in my bedroom on one of my walls. I forget about that, but it wasn't something that looks even youthful. It was something that had a lot of classic trains, and it was just like gold, white and gold colored wallpaper, not colorful, one color, you know what I mean? But I remember vaguely having that, so I remember that when I watched that video. Now, Marketplace Boutique is going to talk about technical aspects of listing and shipping and things like that, which I promise you are easy tasks to learn and to do. But Marketplace Boutique brings the magic, often in finding collections of things to split up and therefore sell at a profit, and this can build extra streams of income actually. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see 10,000, 12,000, 19,000 views, and then live streams as well. This creator's been on frequently lately, sometimes with Backyard Trucker, and we'll see if these are going to continue. I'm sure they are, and hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe Sam and I are kindred spirits. Sam Slogs Trains and More is a train spotter and somebody who loves all those things as well. And then, yeah, follow the Bradley's Fun. So if anybody did catch footage, let me put a poll in the chat here. Did you film or photo the Northern Lights? And then anybody who did actually do any of that, feel free to say so in the chat so that people know that they can go and see what they missed. Because I caught a post this morning from Canadian Family Life, and I wonder if I can easily find it. Here we go, yeah. So how well this is going to come across on a webcam, I'm not sure, but you see what I'm talking about there, right? So they've got, yeah, and I knew it. There's a few pictures here. So these are cool. So that's Canadian Family Life if you want to connect with Tiffany, and then that's her Instagram. It's time for us to take another break. Let me spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. Now, it's also time for me to wipe out the wheel. I'm going to clear it. I'm doing that every hour now. And then I'll reload with any members that are still here that have not yet been seen. That speeds things up for all of us. And I'll add a name to the wheel right now from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. All right, we're back. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know we got a few channels that came in. I waved to everybody that I saw, and the Bud Files is up on the screen right now. This is a family of creators, and they have really expanded the content on their channel over the last year or so. Actually, they came to us probably 2.5 to almost 3 years ago now. The Bud Files started out seeking to be modern-day archaeologists. The idea is to uncover uncover history and digitally preserve it in video, which they do. They've just added a lot more variety onto their channel over the last year or so. So they've got actually a outdoor adventure for us, and they're going out all the time. They must be out more than once a week, the whole family, for these different adventures, which is really, really cool. And then once in a while you see some variety on the channel. They take us to abandoned locations, graveyard cemeteries, a lot of history on the channel. They got a series called Way Back Wednesday. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that these have gotten into 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and even 15,000 views. But this is where we get to see a lot of the variety on the channel as well. And then live streams, of course. They could be indoors or outdoors. They might be singing, dancing, playing a game, or taking us out on one of those adventures for a live stream. The Bud Files literally seem to be everywhere all the time. Every day that I'm able to be on YouTube, I run into them multiple times out supporting everybody. And if you've ever seen one of their shout out videos for channels, you're going to see they care very much about the YouTube journey and their community. They get to know every channel that they're subscribed to and that comes and visits their stuff. Love the Land Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. King Morgan, good to hear you. Good to have you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I got mine forked onto the wheel along with Backyard Trucker. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in another second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I see Jennifer Ocean Homestead there. I'm not sure if I missed you earlier, but I've got you on the wheel right now. And there you, yes, don't forget me. But that's a smart thing, right? And this is one of the reasons why I put that wheel as an emoji for everybody that should look similar to the wheel that we use here, is because that is exactly what helped me notice you in the chat. If I missed you before, I didn't mean to, but that was a cool idea. And then yes, don't forget me. I always appreciate the nudge. I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, and I certainly don't want to. But if you are wondering, if any of the members are wondering whether they've been added to the wheel or are still there, don't be afraid to ask us. We'll let you know. And when we look at the Stock Explorer, we see another creator that's a member and a moderator, another friend since basically the beginning of Superchat. They have got over 2,000 subscribers now and well on their way towards 2,100. And then Nora, the creator behind this channel, has done quite a bit of expansion on the channel over a long period of time. They often have product in hand. They'll talk to us about the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. And they do that through video shorts and live streams with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. And then the Gambler After Dark, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've got incredibly exciting live streams doing some lottery ticket scratching, and you see a little bit of that here from the Stock Explorer. We're going to see much more because Nora's expanded the content on the channel. It's D Bankroll, good to see you in the house. Let me get you onto the wheel as well. They happen to be a member. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Now, When we look at Nora, the Stock Explorer, we're also going to see that this creator, like I said, has product in hand a lot of the time. They've done really well with shorts also. They bring pure variety into the shorts on the channel. You can tell they're in Florida, of course, but one of their shorts videos is now over 10,000 views, and I think it's still got views trickling in. And then they're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Jesse Miller unboxings and more. I'm just getting you onto the wheel right now. Jen Hines is still here with us. And then when we look at the Stock Explorer's live stream page, I see an interesting new thumbnail there. The Stock Explorer really expanded their content a long time ago. So sometimes there are charts and graphs for us to see when they're talking stocks. Sometimes it's friendly conversation, and StreamYard panels. I actually joined them on their channel once before for a 2-hour conversation about YouTube. And then this creator started a lot of lottery ticket scratching over the last year with a lot of other creators in what we call scratch battles. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, something that they got from, they're often on with, pardon me, Florida Claimers Ted. These creators are together all the time. Tripping over my words today. I'm having one of those days. Nothing's wrong, but when I got up this morning and had to run some errands, my hands wouldn't work. Everything I could try, I couldn't get anything to do what I wanted it to do, and now I'm tripping over everything I'm saying today somehow. The Stock Explorer is Nora, and like I said, is here as a member and a moderator. So every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. And then the Gambler After Dark did an interview of Nora from the Stock Explorer, and she's actually got a second channel here called Tropical Buzz, talking about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. They've got well over 250 subscribers over here. We'd love to push them towards the 300 that they're thinking about. And shorts on this channel have now gotten into 600 views and beyond, so we'll look forward to more content here from Nora. But we know that this creator is an incredibly hard worker, and I can tell everybody here, luckily my friendship with her lets me know that she is extremely considerate about her community and those of us here in the Tuber Chat family. AJC Magic TV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And when we look at the wheel, I'm going to spin in another moment, but the Gambler After Dark just dropped a super chat, so we're going to put that channel up on the screen right away. We always do that with super chatters and membership gifters. We look at them right away in order. When that happens, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment, and the Gambler After Dark is up on the screen. I may not have mentioned Bella's Whisper Farmstead. I put you on the wheel, by the way. While we were on the last break, I added one name to the wheel from our chat list. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is always at the top of the list here in Tuber Chat for engaging in our chat, for which I'm grateful. The Gambler After Dark. I was able to catch them for a live stream. I forget if it was their birthday or not. It might have been. It was, let me see how long ago it was. There's a Stock Explorer right there. They're doing a series called Meet the Nation where they talk about other Scratch channels. I'm just looking for, I guess it's 2 months ago. Yeah, it was the birthday stream. And the Gambler After Dark has really got an exciting and lively stream when they are on. They've got shorts over here that have gotten into 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 views. And then videos are frequent. I'm just going to grab the latest Lucky Guy video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to see another lottery ticket scratched on the channel. And Silent Silver still in the house. I might have removed you from the wheel a while ago. I cleared out the wheel as we do a couple of times per stream now, but I've got you back on there. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then let's spin. Thank you again, the Gambler After Dark, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pamski's Crafty Heart is another creator who's here with us every day, and this is another creator who cares very much about the YouTube journey. She's just been with us for a few months now, but she is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, obviously. Pamski's Crafty Heart lets us know a few things on their About section. And when I look over there, I see that she says she's a self-taught crocheter and happens to be left-handed. Crochet is their passion, but they make lots of different things like blankets, scarves, and shawls, and they donate a lot of what they make, which I think is a great thing to see and know as well. And when we look at Pamski's Crafty Heart, we see she's got a brand new video with another blanket that's been finished here. So I'm going to have a look at what that looks like now with putting that video in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, of course. And then shorts on this channel, where we see that Pamski's Crafty Heart has gotten into 4,000 views, won over 16,000, which I think is still getting views, and I could be mistaken. Live streams on the channel. She's live frequently. I thought I just caught you, or were you on somebody else's channel? I think she might have been with somebody else. What I do when I find one of these live streams, I could be mistaken, maybe it's just been a couple of weeks. Sometimes creators, when they do that StreamYard system where everybody's kind of pushing the channel out to all of their channels, if that makes sense, or pushing the stream out, what I'll often do is try to remember who I saw last time. So if you got 4 creators on the screen that are often doing streams together, I'll go on one for today. Next time I see them together, I'll go on another one. Next time I'll go on another one. While I keep a few windows open going through different premieres and live streams and things like that. But hopefully I'll catch you again. Pamski's Crafty Heart. She's got a stream coming up on Monday. And then a few more later in the month, so we'll have a look at that. 750 members. Yeah, she's long past that now. And I won't be surprised if you have 1,000 by the time you do that celebration. But celebrating milestones is a wonderful thing to do as well. Your friends want to celebrate with you, so that's just something to remember. Ron's Keto Cafe, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now, and we'll spin again. We'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. It's the Bankroll is up next. There's another creator who's going to help us with our finances, and she actually tells us how we can bring in some extra streams of income with some programs that are out there, or apps if we want to call it that. And she keeps her stuff very organized. So this creator will get into some cash stuffing challenges, helping us save money so that we can either get out of debt, pay off a mortgage, or start to invest. And then as well, here's an example, right? How to make money with apps. She's done many of these types of videos. As well, this creator shows us the tools she uses, sometimes pen and paper, sometimes she's got an iPad out with different types of apps. Like I said, very organized, and this creator will show us different ways that we can stay motivated and inspired to, like I said, save money for the purpose of investing. Shorts on her channel have gotten into 3,000, 5,000, even 6,000 views, on the way to 7,000. And she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And I may not have seen this before. She said she's a 100% self-employed woman, which is great to see. Many of us love the ups and downs of being completely self-employed. They call it freedom. I don't know if that's what it is, but it's the Bankroll is going to help us get a little bit closer no matter what we're doing. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Jonathan Sturgill is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Jonathan Sturgill is going to talk to us about music. Now, this creator came to us many months ago. It could be as much as 6 months ago. It might be even longer already. I lose track sometimes, and hopefully everybody takes inspiration from that. I literally lose track of how long some of our friendships have gone on here. Because we got so many supportive people. Now, Jonathan Sturgill already had 5,000 subscribers when they found us, but they continue to grow now. They're doing a lot of focus lately on learning to play guitar, but they've done this kind of thing before. They talk about instruments and gear. They do comparisons and in-depth reviews, and you get an idea of exactly what to expect on their About section. Shorts include a lot of guitar lessons over here. I see they got a new one that's now got over 1,100 views, which is great to see. And then Jonathan Sturgill also has a second channel for us to look at called Product Scope. When we look at this channel, we see the same creator behind Jonathan Sturgill, and they are bringing us a couple of shorts, first of all, which is great to see. Hopefully they'll post some more of those. And then they are talking about different types of products, specifically lately online services that we might look at, like an AI system that can clone your voice, and animation with another program here as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Product Scope and Jonathan Sturgill, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. As soon as they found us here in Superchat, they started supporting all of my channels as well, for which I'm grateful. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. I hope I mentioned you when I put you on the wheel earlier. We'll spin. We'll get another channel ready to go. And we'll see what is happening with Mind Forked. This is a creator that's out there supporting others. I've run into them countless times in other people's live streams. Mind Forked is somebody that wants to talk to us about the unexplained. So basically, it can be anything that we find strange, or strangeness, they like to describe it as. It doesn't have to be UFOs and ancient civilizations, but it can be fun music videos, a little bit of a twist on a day in history. Basically anything that goes unexplained is where their focus starts. The conversation can go anywhere once they begin, but they've got quite a few different videos as well. And they posted one a week and a half ago. We'll see if they're going to have another one coming up soon. They got some great thumbnails on some of these shorts videos here. And then they've got a one video. Some of these have now gotten into 4,000 views. One over 14,000, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams, we see they're live frequently. They were on a couple of weeks ago, but you'll see this creator featured on other channels. Pardon me, I can't talk today. I don't know why. We're gonna see Mind Fork featured on other channels. I've run into them countless times before. Tales Told in the Dark is Cassie. Good to see you in the house. Forgive me while I laugh at myself while we're spinning through channels here, and I'm trying to keep myself together, even though my hands don't work and I can't talk today and everything else. Backyard Trucker is coming up. It's almost monster time. I wasn't going to do it today. I wasn't going to do a double monster day, but I can tell you right now that's going to be my saving grace for this afternoon. Actually, we still got a long way to go today, because in another hour and a half or so after Tuber Chat, which is a long time from now, we are going to raid into Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, which is a channel run by our dear friend Charlene Heal. She monetized her second channel, and I'll join her briefly on her channel as well, like for some conversation and to congratulate her. But it'll be another chance for us to hang out. She's been a dear friend for a long time with 2 monetized channels now, which is quite an accomplishment, and she wishes only positive energy on everybody, and we'll talk probably a little bit about YouTube as we have. I joined her for a live stream just a couple of months ago as well, where we were talking about mistakes that YouTubers make and hoping to help each other avoid them, and I promise you I make as many as anybody, maybe more. Backyard Trucker is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who's here with us every day. They have been ever since finding us a few months ago. I'm just putting their latest video in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Backyard Trucker lets us know that they're just a simple guy putting anything and everything on for us to see, which is pure variety. And then what we can see from this creator is a lot of dash cam footage is doing really, really well for them. Getting into 10,000 and even 12,000 views and beyond. And then live streams. They happen to be live right now. They do live streams frequently. We've hung out with them by the fire. They've collaborated with Marketplace Boutique, which is a channel we saw just a little while ago as well. And Backyard Trucker now is working on 400 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And let's think about spinning the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. So what we'll do right now is we'll go for another extended break, and I'll play another clip from our podcast series that's coming up next month, about 3 weeks from now. This features, I've already recorded 3 episodes, 3 different creators who've been with TuberChat for at least a couple of years and have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with TuberChat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend and TuberChat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap, it is.
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of TuberChat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is and also it's good, it's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're back. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. We are looking at Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, who's another friend who's been with us just about from the beginning of Superchat. And what I'm talking about is the timeline, right? Well over 3.5 years, almost 4 years now. But Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, lately I've been describing with one particular personality feature, if you want to put it that way. This creator's support for myself and for us has increased over the years. You'll hear me often say that things get a little bit harder to support all of the people that you wish that you could as often as you wish that you could as you start to follow more and more creators. So I think it makes it that much more extra special when we start to see more support from people over time, because we all know how difficult that is. So Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She just passed 2,000 subscribers, so she's hoping that that sticks before she gets to her next live stream, which is tomorrow. And she goes live usually about once a month, but she's going... Oh, pardon me, that's a premiere, of course. I should know that. I'm confusing myself while I'm looking at it. She's got a premiere tomorrow. She always premieres on Sunday. She usually posts more than once a week. Live stream. She's got a live stream coming up next week. So she does these approximately once a month, sometimes a little more frequently. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More will unbox a lot of different things. Some of them are independent or collections she gets from an online store, but most of what she does are monthly subscription services. Like we've all seen probably mystery boxes that come with different types of things. It could be jewelry, it could be makeup, bath and beauty products. There's like socks and vinyl records and pop figures and just about everything under the sun for the subscription services, and she will feature a lot of what she finds in those subscription boxes in the shorts that she puts out. So you see jewelry there, there's snacks here, bath and beauty products, makeup and things, and then stationery and other ideas. So she really mixes things up on her channel, but she's been doing this a long time. Like I said, posts usually more than once a week as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, and set our notifications, of course, for those live streams and premieres. And then we know we can catch her on Sunday, and then usually see her around supporting other people all the time as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Will help her keep that 2,000 subscribers locked in. Rebel River Cats, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, good to see you here. And Monetize, John123. So what we're talking about is after a channel has 500 subscribers and either 3,000 hours of watch time, public watch time, or 3 million views on shorts videos in 90 days, a channel has the opportunity to join the YouTube Partner Program, which allows them to earn income by fan funding, which includes super chats, super stickers, super thanks, memberships and membership gifts, and opening an online store like Shopify or one of those print-on-demand services like Printful or Printify and things like this. And that allows people to earn income right away in the first level of the partner program. Once you get a little bit farther with 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time or 10 million views in 90 days on shorts videos, YouTube will allow you to make some ad money as well. For those of us who are already monetized, I can tell you that ad money actually turns out to be probably the smallest portion of your income from your channel, especially if you're somebody who does a lot of posting and live streams. But every penny counts, and it allows you to bring in multiple streams of income. And then there's other things you could do that we talk about as well, like monetizing through associate or affiliate programs like Amazon and others. And then lots of creators do work for other people, and they use their channel to promote their online or their businesses. And then as well, there's lots of different ways to monetize that are non-traditional, and we talk about those once in a while. So, when we look at Don Ray B, before we look at Don Ray B, I just want to say something, because I've seen Monica Lynn is just say something, being shy, doesn't want to be on camera, people can be cruel, They certainly can. I promise you, I know that, and I've seen it in creators. So I've been on YouTube for 7 years now, and I've run many channels. Some of my own. Most of you know I have a copyright-free music channel connected to Superchat here, and then I have a personal channel where I do, either unboxings or, put something on a table and talk about it, or some live streaming. And I promise you that I've been through a lot of that kind of stuff myself. But the reason why I smile and I laugh while I say that, it really sucks and hurts when it first starts. But once you start to see those patterns in other people, and I don't want to say creators because it could be viewers, it's just simply trolls in the background, true basement dwellers and stuff like this. And the idea is that they just want reactions out of people. So they'll try pushing different buttons until they get you, but they say the same ridiculous stuff. I had somebody tell me I sound like Kermit the Frog one day. That's not going to stop me from talking, I promise you. And somebody got after me for my weight at one point, but that's expected. These kind of things are traditional, you know what I mean? Like whether we're online or offline. So if you can, what I hope to instill in everybody here when I talk about that stuff, without going too far about it, is just to say these kind of things are par for the course. It's unfortunate. YouTube does a good job of telling us that they want to help us avoid that kind of stuff, but I've been on for 7 years now and it still happens. So there's no excuse for that. They give us a few tools to cut down on it. But if we can get over the idea of letting those kinds of things bother us, you can always delete comments. Or if you want, another idea is actually your moderators can do it for you. So you don't even ever have to look at your negative comments if you don't want to. If you have somebody who you trust as a moderator on your channel, you can ask somebody to help you out and say, you know what, I'm going to put my videos out on Saturday, let's just say, or whatever day you can consistently put them out. Say, can you do me a favor? Every time you know that I put a video out, just watch for the next day and go through the comments for me and just knock out anything that's ridiculous. And actually, you can set a couple of settings in YouTube in the studio settings to do some of that for you, to start getting rid of certain things. So when people say certain words, you can ban certain words from your channel. And then there is an automatic system that takes what YouTube thinks might be negative and automatically hides that comment. So if you want to, you don't have to, you can go into your hidden comments and then you can start approving the ones that were false positives that are actually good. But these are just ideas. Yeah, Monica Lynn, it makes sense though what you say, and some of it, people really know how to get to people. I promise you. Sometimes that kind of thing can happens in real life just as much as online. Actually, I've been horrified with some of the videos I've been seeing on Twitter, and some friends send me on other social networks about how bad bullying has gotten in the world, let alone online. But I promise you, I know I've seen a few different things. I have seen people go through some awful stuff. But what I can tell you as well is the worst of the worst usually dissipates after a couple of weeks. It is really difficult to just ignore it, but it really is the best advice. If you can, just try not to allow anybody to realize you give any kind of reaction. But I promise you, it will go away. We see the same kind of nonsense over and over and over again. And, the last time somebody gave me a violent threat in a roundabout sort of way, like I was doing a live stream in downtown Toronto and they said, if you're there tomorrow, me and my friends are coming to get you. And I said, dude, it's not my first death threat. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. Because when you get it the second time, you can laugh, and there's other ways to look at that. But again, I didn't want to get into much of a rant over it, but, like I said, the other thing too is everybody's free to make whatever kind of content that they want to, and not every person has to be on camera. I'll tell you something else. I don't want to encourage anybody either way when I say this, but I'm constantly experimenting on my own personal channel with different types of videos and different ways of doing things. So over the years, I took out my intros and took myself completely out of my videos, and they do better. There are some creators who do better when they're on camera than they would if they did not put themselves in their videos. The latest videos that I've done have done far better than the ones that I started with. So these are just things we can experiment and play around with and things like that. So just ideas. But if you experiment with a lot of that stuff, like those settings in the background, you'll see what I mean. Let's close out our poll here, by the way, and thank you everybody for participating in that. I was just curious how many people actually caught the Northern Lights. And yeah, Bella's Whisper Farmstead. It's great when you can let that kind of stuff roll off, your shoulder or whatever. I promise you, so forgive me, I said I wasn't going to get into too much of a speech, but just to let you know, for those of you who haven't already heard this story, in the first year of Superchat, I had somebody get on me like crazy. They were live streaming every day, and all they would do is talk about me for hours. Somebody who was not even like part of the Tuber Chat family or anything else. They were a friend of another channel that had done something similar to this. That doesn't matter, but the behavior, oh my god, they're like, Tuber Chat is a scam artist. You guys are crazy. Don't give that guy your money. He's awful. We got to delete him and boot him and get him canceled and every other stupid thing you can imagine for somebody to say. Forgive my attitude, but you know what? Or forgive the way I'm putting it, but you know what I mean. And at first, I had, like, when I started hearing about the stuff and reading the stuff, I was like, oh wow. I hope I'm not a scam artist. Am I actually a scam artist? And I started thinking about it for a second. So they get into your head, of course I'm not a scam. What are you talking about? And then when that kind of stuff comes around the second and third time, it's like, dude, you were late to the party. People already got on us for that 3 years ago, so don't worry about it. But anyway, like I said, that's just an idea. But the reason I mentioned is just to let you know, when that kind of stuff happens, you're not alone. You will see that kind of behavior, hopefully not often. And this is another reason why I say when it comes to that kind of misbehavior, trolling, and other undesirable actions on YouTube and anywhere else, we want to get rid of them. I know some people say, hey, I like the views, or I like to have fun with the trolls, but I promise you, I will get pretty quiet and start avoiding channels when I know that they allow trolls to hang out in their channels. So that's just an idea. And when you get rid of them, it helps everybody in the community by not having it spread, if that makes sense. So this is just an idea. And then, yeah, so the remaining remnant, thank you for that. It's easy for me. Now, I never recommend to anybody as well to put personal information online or anything like that. And I've been careful enough over the years, you know what I mean? But I don't do any wrong, so in my own opinion anyway. So it doesn't matter. But I have been a social media enthusiast from the beginning. Back in the days of CompuServe and AOL, I had both. I wanted to be online all the time. So my entire adult history is recorded online, and anybody can go back and look at all of it on Twitter, on Facebook, on Friendster, on MySpace and Facebook and everywhere else. So I can't take that stuff away. But it doesn't matter, because when somebody comes around now and says like, oh, dude, you're a scam artist, like, well, let's go back for the last 30 years and see if you're right, because I hope you are, because I haven't been able to see any of that stuff. So that's just an idea. And then, yeah, my name's Kevin, and if you catch me on, like, my personal channel is my name, Kevin, K-A-Y-E is my last name. But lots of creators keep that stuff private, and in retrospect, I wish that I had, let's just say, because of some of the stuff that comes around. But in the early days, remember the internet, we're talking 1990 something, well, actually 1980 something, but let's say around 1990. I wanted to be like the easiest person to find online, so that if people wanted the kind of work that I did, they'd be able to find me easily. I'd come up number one in all the search results. I was there for, the beginnings of Google and Yahoo and Alta Vista and Lycos and Excite and all these browsers, for those of you who are close to my age and things like that. I promise you I'm older than most of you think I am. But, yeah, not sharing too much is a good idea. But also, not doing wrong helps as well. And I have made some very sarcastic comments that got me in some trouble in the beginning as well. Not evil, just, I forget that not everybody appreciates sarcasm as much as I do, obviously. But, if you avoid that kind of thing, then it can help. So, forgive me, again, I didn't want to get into a big speech, but that's okay. Mark the Shark, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And thank you, Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja. That's Shane. Don Ray B is up on the screen right now, another creator that comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. This is somebody who inspires us. Before we even get into the content, you read on that banner, she says, each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true. And what she wants to instill in us is the idea that regardless what they are, we should be chasing our dreams, in most cases, if not all, because they've been able to do that for themselves and have their dreams come to fruition. So they have started to live now, for a long time, a homesteading lifestyle where they aspired to that for a long time, if that makes sense. They got over 700 subscribers now, over 300, almost 350 videos actually. Videos are frequent, so I can see I'm far behind here. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that, of course. Shorts on this channel are something that has done really well. I remember when they were just approaching 2,000 views on a couple of these. Now they got one at 2,500 and one at 3,500, which I've talked about many times. And then live streams are something they've experimented with as well. We keep an idea we'll keep the notification bell on for every channel, of course, and have the best chance of catching them when they're going to do a live stream again. Let's spin the wheel, and let's get Globy's Travel, I think, onto the wheel right now. I don't have them on there. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is coming up right now. Forgive me for anybody I've missed in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is up on the screen right now. And pardon me, I'm just taking care of something in the background here. Midlife Travels, I see you coming into the chat as well. Let's get them on the wheel. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put that channel up on the screen next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And in another 10 minutes or so, I'm going to add another wheel on, or name onto the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Milk Honey Heritage Farms, I believe. As I was scanning the chat today, I saw somebody looking for somebody who's doing homeschooling, and then somebody referenced your channel, if I'm not mistaken. So forgive me if I'm wrong, but if you guys want to take over that conversation in the chat, I'll appreciate it. Connecting with each other, especially in a resourceful way, is great as well. And Love the Land Homestead says they keep the stumbles in. I have stumbled all over the place on Superchat, I promise you. My videos, even on my personal channel, are full of mistakes. Full of mistakes. Even my best performing video has mistakes in it that anybody seasoned would be able to spot right away, and the lesson behind that is just that it doesn't matter, right? We're here for YouTube, not for television. We always want to put our best foot forward and do the best work that we can, but at some point, I promise you, good enough is good enough. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is up on the screen right now. I just watched this video. This is really cool. I hadn't seen that before. I don't know why, but Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead have got their own packaging for the giveaways that they send to everybody. They're generous creators that send a lot of stuff out. But Jennifer Ocean Homestead from New Brunswick got a package from them in the last video that I saw. She comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, of course. Lots of outdoor content as well as indoor content, and you can see how organized they are. If I was to keep any kind of a garden, I have a feeling it might look something like this. Not in my past. I get neater and tidier as I get older, but this is the kind of thing that I would probably find myself doing now with labels and and things like that. Very well organized, but able to keep on top of everything as well. Maybe we can take inspiration from them in that way as well. This creator, like I said, from New Brunswick, is going to bring a little bit of indoor content. They got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 7,000, even 10,000 views. More variety here, of course, like most creators, but still along the lines of their homesteading content. And then Jennifer Ocean Homestead is now working on 300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And Monica Lynn Alaska, my heart is up here right now. This creator's got quite a few videos now. They've just started a few months ago. And they caught a little bit of the activity, it looks like, from the what we call the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis there. And oh, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, I'm so sorry. See, there's a mistake right there. Scratchin' PPA is catching me. Luckily, he catches probably everything that I mix up here, but most of it anyway. But this is an example. Like I said, I make as many mistakes as anybody. Luckily, we're all friends here. But Bella's Whisper Farmstead should have been up on the screen because they dropped a super chat. I'll put them up next. And thank you for that, Scratch and PPA. So, Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, has done some cooking videos here. Most of their videos are quite short, as a matter of fact. And then when we get into actual shorts videos, we see some of these have done well. 3,500, 36, 3,700. And then live streams as something that they've experimented with as well. And up to a month ago, we'll see if they're going to continue those. And Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, is also working on 300 subscribers. So we'd love to have them grab another couple of subscribers today and push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Let's get to Bella's Whisper Farmstead right now and see what we can find from this channel. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead was added to the wheel a while ago. She's always very active in our chat. I'm going to add another name onto the wheel when we go on our next break in another 5 or 6 minutes here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead says homesteading on a budget is the focus of the channel from North Central Georgia. And this creator will bring us a lot of outdoor content. They've already collaborated with other creators as well. That Garden Tour Club was a big collaboration. They do a lot of do-it-yourself and almost, dare I say, construction type videos here with their barn dominium. And when we look at shorts on the channel, we see that they bring a lot more outdoor content here as well. Once in a while, they're indoors. A couple of these have now gotten into 2,600, 3,100 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. I'm sorry I missed that yesterday. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. I've got the notification bell on. For anybody that hasn't done it, when it's possible, I find myself never actually recommending it, but I probably should. Because we talked about it the other day, and somebody offline, I think, was asking me if I remember right this week. But scheduling out live streams can be a real benefit because you give the title, description, tags, and everything else time to percolate in the system so that YouTube knows how to push it out before you go live. If that makes any sense, you give a chance for everybody to see your live stream or premiere come up in their feed before it happens, and that can get you a few people waiting before it starts and some thumbs up and comments possibly even before the fact. So that's just an idea for anybody that's not doing that may not have known it's available, but it's something that really helps. On Superchat, I always push the streams out early, usually by several days, if not at least a day in advance. Same with premieres. On every channel that I run or touch, if we do premieres on those channels, they get posted days in advance for that reason. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead, hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these live streams soon. And like I said, we've got notification bells on for every single channel. Oh, that was a pop-up live stream. Oh, that's cool too. That's a good idea too, because they said they're doing a live kitchen chat. So you can imagine just getting the stuff ready, deciding what you're going to make, and saying, hey, I might as well just do a live stream. I'm assuming that's what happened there. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is here with us in the Tuber Chat family every day since finding us a few months ago, and this creator always is at the top of the list when it comes to engagement in the chat. Literally, I'm talking about the statistics that I keep with Streamlabs in the background there. Bella's Whisper Farmstead's been the first channel we've grabbed out of the chat several times now. Ron's Keto Cafe's coming up in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And forgive me if I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see in the chat, but just please mention it again. I'll try to catch it. Ron's Keto Cafe is up here right now, another creator that wants to help us with healthy eating, healthy living. This creator posts every day between live streams and videos, and now shorts, actually. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. And they're talking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Ron's got a story of losing over 100 pounds by following a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Now he wants to inspire others, both with his story and his recipes and other product reviews and videos. Shorts on this channel, he hadn't done for a long time, now started posting almost every day, and look at these things go. Already 800, 900 views. And then live streams are frequent. So he just did one a few hours ago. He's live, is it just about every day? Sometimes it is. Every Tuesday for sure, and then sometimes he's on several times a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ron's Keto Cafe and get some inspiration and motivation from him for healthy eating, healthy living. He's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. And then I noticed in the chat, Don Ray B just gifted 5 memberships again. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. So thank you for that extremely generous contribution. I'm sure Suzanne E. Goulet, Resilient Dad, R&W Farmstead, Papa's Gems, and Consume the Goodness will all be happy to have those. And it's interesting to see the different mix of creators that end up receiving those gifted memberships because it's random, right? YouTube distributes those automatically, like through the algorithm or recommendation engine or whatever we want to call it. And it's interesting that, we don't get to pick, but it makes it fun when creators get them, because it's always a surprise. Always. So let's look. We looked at Don Ray B's channel earlier. Otherwise we'd look at it now. We always put membership gifters and super chatters on the screen right away, but we'll spin. We'll get to Dutchfly61, who's got another one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Dutchfly61, we see a creator that now has 1,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,500 they're thinking about. They bring us a sky watching channel from the Netherlands. They actually did a different kind of video here, but still along the lines of their content, because they're talking about a special kind. I have to watch the video to know what that is. I'm assuming it's kind of a because it says scope, target scope, they say. They're typically bringing us sky watching content, which makes me think of a telescope, probably in the same ballpark here. And then lights in the sky. They've got a video from just about a week and a half ago. I put that in my catch-up list so I can catch up with them, but you can see they're bringing us a lot of different things. They usually give us an idea of what we're looking at from the title, as a matter of fact, and then some shorts on the channel. They've mixed these up. The first one they ever put out got over 4,000 views. but they continue with a few more now. Those will likely continue to grow as they post more and more as well. And Dutchfly61 has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. They've been with us at least for a couple years. It could be as many as 3 by now. And I just say these kinds of things so that you understand what kind of support you can get back from creators like this after you connect with them. Master Arts, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's a longtime friend as well. Rosalind Brinson says they started with a gifted membership. I think that's Dawn Ray B. I think that's what she said as well, is her first membership was gifted. If I'm not mistaken, forgive me if I'm mistaken. I don't mean to confuse stories between creators, but I've mentioned some of the stories many times before, and yeah, Don Ray B's done that kind of thing countless times. I wouldn't be able to guess. Canadian Family Life is going to come up next. What we're going to do right now is just go for a short break of 3.5 minutes. I'm going to add a name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And I think everybody who's on the wheel is still here, so we're good to go. We'll be back in a moment. All right, we're almost back here, about to look at Canadian Family Life. She's known as Tiffany in the chat. This creator also comes to us from New Brunswick, and you're going to see that beautiful new banner and avatar that's been done. She actually, I learned from her channel pardon me, I learned from her channel that these logos that we're seeing on a few different channels now were made by a channel called Critter Creek. Now, I don't think we've seen them in the Tuber Chat family yet. And I had been mistaken a few weeks ago when I was talking about those with Butler Family Farm. But these are really cool looking, and lots of creators have now come out with some of these new logos. This artist is out of control. And then Tiffany, so thank you for that. She just mentioned that in this latest video. I watched that this morning. Here's the Northern Lights here. I didn't realize she did a video as well, so forgive me if you mentioned it and I didn't see that in the chat. So I'm going to watch it because I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's the Northern Lights. She caught them from New Brunswick. And this creator is also monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Canadian Family Life brings us a mix of cooking videos, grocery hauls, and then, pardon me, lots of Happy Mail videos, shoutouts for other creators, and some live streams as well as shorts, which have done really well. We remember when some of these were approaching 2,000 views, but they've now got several over 2,500, one over 5,500, and then live streams on the channel, like I said. She's usually on about once every couple of weeks now. It was once a month. She's starting to step it up a little bit. Tiffany's been featured on, I don't know how many other channels. I see her in thumbnails every day when we're here on Tuber Chat from other creators' live streams, from lots of those StreamYard panels and things like that. And then Canadian Family Life as well is working on 3,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit closer to that milestone. One of the fastest growing chats or channels in the Tuber Chat family over the last several years that we've seen. And she's just been on for not even a year and a half yet and monetized. One of the first channels monetized under those new restrictions that we were talking about. Cruising Scene, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We're going to look at Tiffany's husband's channel in a quick second here. Cruising Scene is a member, so I've got them on the wheel. And then thank you, Robert Mac Media, as well. They've been a long-time friend. I put one more channel on the wheel, by the way. Love the Land Homestead is on the wheel now. They've been incredibly engaged in conversation. Over the course of today's stream, let's look at Chris's Creation Fun. This is Tiffany's husband, and they're often together here in the chat. He's getting dangerously close to that first 100. We know that it's an exciting milestone for everybody's YouTube journey. We'd love to push him up and over that milestone today if we can. Chris's Creation Fun brings a lot of 3D printing and do-it-yourself videos. He's got into actually repairing that 3D printer, but he knows a lot about solar and has brought us some do-it-yourself videos about those, which I got to go and rewatch because I got this interest in watching about solar lately. I don't have a ton of need for it. I don't do off-grid or homesteading or any of that myself personally, but I am starting to think about finding ways to make renewable energy work for me, and as opposed to against everybody, if we want to put it that way. So Chris's Creation Fun can help with that. He's got some shorts over here as well, getting into hundreds of views. Hopefully he'll post some more soon. And this creator posts occasionally, but they're here with us frequently. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. We already saw Canadian Family Life. She says Chris is right beside her there. Often on that channel, when Tiffany does live streams, sometimes she's by herself, sometimes the family's there with her. They've done a great job. That banner, I noticed the picture that you took, but she did a trailer for her channel a few weeks ago, and the whole family got involved. They did a really good job with that. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We're looking at Just Jason Keto and more. This is another creator that wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, particularly when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And Just Jason Keto and More actually had his banner and avatar updated. He's updated those things many times before. He's had a little bit of help from our dear friend Corinne's Life, who's a member and moderator here in the Superchat family. With that graphic design, the new Chaffle characters here. Jason is very well known for his recipes, which are fast, easy, and simple to follow. A lot of these chaffles are something that he's done that can be a healthy alternative to a lot of snacks. And Just Jason Keto and More does a lot of other recipes on the channel as well, and some product reviews, many of them actually, and this together can help us make sense of the ingredients that we're going to find in a lot of the products that are marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He brings informative content and is willing to literally head out hundreds of miles away to places like Ketopalooza to bring us that content. Once in a while he brings variety, like an unboxing video or an outdoor adventure, and lots of guests join him on his channel in videos and live streams to share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, tribulations, and other things. And he's got a vibrant community willing to help in the chat when we have questions and comments. He's dropping premieres frequently and live streams at least once a week. He's actually got a monthly cook-along series coming up now that he's already started, and he's live every Thursday. Now, this creator has got some healthy-looking grilling shorts here that have done really well, getting into 5,000, 6,000, and won over 22,000 views, which I've seen. And it's entertaining as well. Dark Swordsman Gaming, yeah, sometimes there's glitches all over YouTube with different things. So, I appreciate the thought, of course, absolutely never necessary. And then whenever anything doesn't work on YouTube, my first answer is, even though it shouldn't make sense in 2024, is to always reset the device or try coming out and back in. But Dark Swordsman Gaming has done that kind of thing countless times before, actually. So thank you for that idea. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Just Jason Keto and More, like I said, does live streams frequently. There's the button for the premiere that we can put the notification on for next week. I think it's next week, or it's a week and a half already, when he's going to do the next cook along. This is really cool because he said, so first, actually I wanted to say something too, both to him and I am Betty J. Gathers. I'm not sure if these guys got it from each other. I have a feeling she might have got it from him, but I could be mistaken. I don't know who was doing these things first, but the video that I watched from I am Betty J. Gathers this morning had a cook-along kind of camera setup similar to what Just Jason Keto and More's got here. And it's just, I found it coincidental that I just saw that. Multicam setups are great. People have been doing them for years. There's lots of great ways. Jason knocked it out of the park with the very first one, cooking a couple of different things, and did a great job. So we can expect more of that. But he also does live streams, sometimes with those guests, sometimes just with informative content. Like I said, these happen every Thursday. So now we got a weekly series and a monthly series on top of premieres and shorts. Lots of informative content when we get to Just Jason Keto and More's channel. And like I said, a vibrant community of people willing to help each other when we have questions and comments in the chat. Midlife Travels, thank you so much for the super chat and the kind words. I'm going to put your channel up on the screen right now. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. I can hear in myself that the monster is kicking in. I wonder if anybody noticed that too. I said I was going to do a monster, took off for a break, and started talking a mile a minute. So Midlife Travels is up on the screen right now, and they've got 211 subscribers. We'll talk about their content in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Midlife Travels. So let's have a look at what they've got going on here. I just watched this video this morning, actually. Heroes Tribute Lounge on the Carnival Jubilee is a new one. They put that out today. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list again. But I watched this one, and I have to admit, I had this, a feeling of nostalgia while watching it, just because when 100 years ago in 1996 I worked on a cruise ship for one summer, and I happened to be a DJ, so I would work every day in the nightclub. literally 7 days a week for 4 months straight. But we also had daytime duties because in at least on Celebrity where I was working, the DJ is part of the crew staff, and they take care of a lot of the entertainment events. So they bring you like, shuffleboard and bingo and the horse races and things like that. And one of the things we had to do was like karaoke. But one of the things I was so impressed with when I first got on the cruise ship for the very first time was how many different areas there are to cater to so many different people. Because you got restaurants, you got bars, you got lounges, you got libraries now, you got gaming areas and pools and whirlpools and all kinds of activities. But this was a cool video because they usually bring short videos, but they give us a real look at what to expect on these cruise ships, for instance. So I appreciated that. But Midlife Travels has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated couple of creators for a while here in the Tuber Chat family now. Probably a year, if not a year and a half. They got 211 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 300 that we know they're thinking about. They got a few shorts here as well. There's lots of variety in the shorts videos like most creators, but they've gotten into 2500, even 2700 views on a couple of these, which is great to see. So thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And pardon me, Just Jason Keto and More, thank you for another gifted membership. He has done that countless times before, and Bella's Whisper Farmstead will be happy to have that, I'm sure. She's here with us every day. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Dark Swordsman Gaming also dropped a super chat, so I'm going to put that channel up next. Thank you for that. They've done that countless times before. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming's been a friend for at least a couple of years. It could be as many as 3 years now. And they've done that lots of times before. So let's look at Cruising Scene right now because I spun the wheel. Dark Swordsman Gaming's coming up next. And you'll notice another channel just came into the chat. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is the second channel now monetized from Charlene Heal. We're going to go and look at that channel in about 40 minutes from now. She's going to do a monetization celebration over there. I'm going to join her briefly on her channel as well. We did a live stream a couple of months ago where we were talking about mistakes YouTubers make, and today she's going to talk to a few people about the YouTube journey and some tips that we can give everybody and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Conscious Business Services and Opportunities if you haven't already, and in about 25 minutes from now to half an hour we'll start dropping the link for her live stream. We'll go and raid into that after Tuber Chat today. And then Cruising Scene is up on the screen right now. Sharon and Gary from Texas, they bring us more travel and especially cruising content, including these deck party. Well, actually, that's the Sail Away. Yeah, I remember that, singing and dancing and everything. And then they bring deck parties, I believe, too, on their channel, if I'm not mistaken. Lots of shows, actually, they're able to catch. Here we are. This is one of those deck parties. This is cool. With now glow sticks and everything else, which we didn't have happening in 1996. That would have costed a fortune, I'm sure. And then Cruising Scene as well is going to give us reviews. They're going to give us a lot of the shows and looks around the cruise ships, of course. I'm just going to grab their latest video, put it in my catch-up list. That'll give us a chance to catch up, or me a chance to catch up. Playlist can be a great tool for that. And then shorts on this channel have also gotten into 7,000, even 8,000 views and beyond. And when we look at live streams, we see that this is something they've experimented with. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those coming at some point in the future. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then we're looking at Dark Swordsman Gaming. This creator just dropped another super chat. They've done that countless times before over the years. They've been with us for what I'm assuming is long beyond 2 years now. And again, hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I literally start to lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on. I can see I'm behind with you, Dark Swordsman Gaming. I'm just going to grab your Tomb Raider video here, put that in my catch-up list. They're posting frequently. It looks like a few times a week. They mix up the video gameplay on the channel, and then when we look at live streams, we see that they're on live frequently as well. So it's been a while since I've caught you. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one very soon. But this is a creator that introduces us to a handful of different games. I keep referencing Stardew Valley because I believe it's this channel where I saw this game for the first time. I didn't know, but I think that's the biggest or most successful independent game of all time made by one creator. I could be very mistaken about that, but if I'm right, because I took interest in Stardew Valley after finding it on this channel, and I've seen it on others as well. We all have, I'm sure. Dark Swordsman Gaming, 164 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know that they're thinking about. And then it is time for us to spin the wheel again. We'll see who's coming up next. So right now I'm going to play one more clip from the podcast series that I keep talking about that's coming up next month, where I've got 3 episodes recorded, different interviews with different creators who have all been with the Superchat family for a few years now and have all passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help. Yeah. And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that shorts really help us have like, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're back. I don't know what happened with the clip there. I think it kind of froze at the end there, but I'll have to have a look at that. So Rosalind Brinson is up on the screen right now. Thank you, everybody, for engaging the conversation about shorts in the chat, too. That clip that I played from Unstable TV is just a part of a long conversation. All of those interviews go on for at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours. There's 3 recorded episodes so far. I still have to chop up theirs and get the premiere ready. But the first 2 are already scheduled on the front page of the Tuber Chat channel. We'll drop those once a month on the first Saturday. And these creators give their insight as to how we can get up and above our 10,000 subscribers. The biggest thing I just want to let everybody know about that interview series, while I was talking to those creators, I tried to interfere as little as possible. Let them talk about their experience, because everybody gets to hear me over here all the time. So we really get some informative content. I promise you, it's even better than I thought it was going to be when we were about to record it, and I'm sure everybody will find it very exciting and helpful. Day One Adventures, good to see you in the house. Wheats Art, good to have you here. Thanks for coming in, and we'll get that channel up onto the screen right now because they happen to be a member. And I got a few more of those. So on the next stream, we'll play another 3 clips from that interview series. And then in a few weeks, we'll see the whole thing. Rosalind Brinson is up on the screen, another incredibly supportive creator. I see them out supporting others all the time. They let us know that they've got a few different things going on in their life and what to expect on their channel. When we look at what they've got for content, I see some outdoor content, including a garden project update that I'm going to put in my catch-up list here. That will give me a chance to catch up with them, see what they've been up to in their latest video a couple days ago, and then shorts on the channel as well. Lots of variety here like we would expect, getting into over 700 views, one over 1,400, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. This is where they seem to be posting the bulk of their content, so they're doing a lot of beating and chatting here. And this creator is on, it looks like almost once a week or every other week, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rosalind Brinson. We'd love to push them towards the 200 subscribers that they're thinking about. We got notification bells on for every single channel, so hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these live streams soon. Thank you, Sweet Melissa and Honcho Gaming. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Midlife Travels is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. We actually saw Midlife Travels just moments ago, so we're one channel ahead. We'll look at Wheats Art right now in another 10 minutes or so. I'll start dropping the link for our raid. Charlene Heel is doing a monetization celebration on her second channel. I'm going to join her over there where she's going to talk to a few creators about some of the tips and tricks that we have for everybody. She's monetized 2 channels now and has been a friend of ours for over 3 years. Wheats Art is up on the screen. They're getting very close to that first 100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them up and maybe even over that milestone today. And they're going to give a little bit of explanation about artwork that they're going to feature on their channel. Wheats Art's been a friend of ours for a long time now, actually. I'm just going to grab their art supplies. Looks like a haul video here. I'll put that into my catch-up list, and then they're going to feature a lot of their art in their videos. When we get into shorts over here, we see that this creator's gotten into 800, even 2,900 views on one of these, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. Wheats Art is here with us frequently, and Superchatters usually here at least 3 times a week. Wheats Art is here with us for most of those live streams. Love the Land Homestead is coming up in a quick second here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And when we look at Love the Land Homestead here, let's have a look at what Marty has got for us. Camping, fishing, kayaking, hiking, gardening, raising chickens. And then she does crocheting, knitting, quilting, painting murals. She's always doing something over here. This is a channel I've still got to get to know. But what I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos here, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. And playlists can be a great tool for that. They've gotten into some garden tours as well. Lots of our homesteading friends are doing things like that. They got some indoor content, some cooking videos here as well. And then I see shorts on the channel have started to get already into 3,000 views, almost 4,000, and one well over 5,000, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with Love the Land Homestead. We see they're close to 350 subscribers. We'd love to get them a little closer to 400. They'll be thinking about that any moment. And I'll look forward to getting to know your channel a little bit better as well. They've already got well over 200 videos as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I think Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is still in the chat with us, but I just wanted to mention to him, I watched a video from Marketplace Boutique earlier today talking about some of the cast iron things that they have found to sell on eBay, and one of the things they had was an antique train, which was beautiful looking. I'm sure Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More will be interested to see that. So that's Marketplace Boutique's channel. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has been a dear friend for a long time. He's here as a member and a moderator, one of our longest standing members, as a matter of fact, and he's now getting close to 2,000 subscribers as well. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More will bring a lot of train videos as both a member and a moderator here in Superchat, but he does a lot of vlogging, unboxings, and live streams featuring channel updates and games that we can play in the chat and with each other on his channel. When he does train videos, it could be the trains themselves, could be the stations they depart from, he could be indoors, could be outdoors, he could be giving us a look around, telling a story, or taking a trip, as well as giving us some tips and tricks for our own train travels. When we look at Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, we see that this creator is posting more and more, pardon me, as time goes on. So the number of videos on the channel has increased. He's got 1,500 now, and this creator's done some shorts that have done really well, getting into 2,000, even almost 3,000, 4,000, and well over 5, almost 6,000 views on his channel. Sam will do live streams frequently. He's got one coming up tomorrow. He's going to do a quiz. He does a lot of trivia type live streams, sometimes channel updates, and over the last year he's done a lot of outdoor live streaming as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, like I said, is a member and a moderator. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when we visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, we can meet more friends and family members for our own channels in the same way that we do here in Superchat. Scratch and PPA is coming up right now after more than a 2.5 hour wait. 3 hours from the time he was probably ready to come into the live stream as well. Scratch and PPA knows what it's like to be first, last, and everywhere in between, literally. This is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. He's been with us pretty much from the beginning as well, long over 3.5 years now, almost 4 years. Scratch and PPA has got well over 2,000 subscribers now. He actually, as soon as he had 2,000, he's already halfway to 2,100. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone right now. This creator is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator as well, and he brings an interesting twist in lottery ticket scratching in his Scratch Challenge series of videos, which he's posted with perfect consistency for the last more than 3 years now. And what he does is pits two lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail. Perfect consistency over more than 3 years, like I said. And this creator, if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and VS Speaks Royally, and a few others. It is very fast paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. And Scratch and PPA has always had presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, bold avatar is matched by The thumbnails, which include content and hints about giveaways that happen in his video series. His banners updated every single week, if you can imagine that. And his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video almost 4 years ago now. Scratch and PPA as well expanded the content on his channel this year and brought us his very first live stream from Italy, where he took a vacation, and he also brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts videos from that vacation, giving us a look at the different areas he visited, and some Italian lottery tickets we otherwise might not have seen as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA if you haven't already. Like I said, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years now on YouTube, and he's here with us every single day. If you can imagine, he's been here for almost 700 live streams. Pete actually really picks great music for the backgrounds of his videos, and he's been using some of that stuff so long, if not all of it, that now we would associate. If you were to hear that in another channel, in another video, you'd like right away start thinking of Pete. But he picks a great mix of music as well that can cater to everybody. So let me get another couple of names onto our wheel from our chat list right now. We've got time for a few extras. So Simply Vigo is a longtime friend. We're going to get them onto the wheel. And Honcho Gaming STL is going to get onto the wheel right now. And we'll take it one by one and see how we go here. I'm going to start dropping the link for Charlene Heal's raid in her second monetized channel now. We're going to go over there and raid together. I hope everybody will join us. I will go and join her on panel briefly as well. We'll talk about the YouTube journey and for her what it takes to monetize 2 channels, as a matter of fact. Silent Silver's up here right now. They are going to talk to us about precious metal stacking. And I think about this channel every time I start talking to people about crypto mining lately, because I might be doing a small bit of that. I'm looking into it right now, and I talk about stacking Bitcoin, the way we stack precious metals. I'm a huge fan of precious metals, and I believe everybody, if not almost everybody, can benefit from the idea of having at least a small portion tucked away for safety, if nothing else. A lesson learned is when 9/11 happened, apparently the banks were closed in the US for a week, and that means the ATMs ran out of money pretty quick. But if you had precious metals, you could walk into a coin dealer with some silver coins or gold coins, and they have stacks of $100 bills willing to pay out in any kind of a situation. So that's an idea. Silent Silver is going to talk a lot more about that, as well as the differences between numismatic collectibles. They got a bit of variety on the channel. They got lots of shorts over here at 6,000, even 8,600 views, which is great to see. Live streams on their channel have gotten into they're occasional. So they did one a couple of months ago. We'll see if they're going to do another one sometime soon, but we've got the notification bell on for every single channel. And there you go. Yes, keep prepping, keep stacking. Prepping as well, the idea of being prepared for whatever life's going to throw at us. Many of us don't necessarily think about it every day. What do you do if the power goes out for days at a time or a week or longer? What do we do if there's natural disasters and things like that? And Silent Silver can help with that as well. And I'll always be happy to hear that people have lots of precious metals. And then again, like I said, I'm no authority, certainly not. I just take an interest in personal finance, and especially the idea behind precious metals. So a little bit of research lets us know that we've got the right stuff, because like I said, there is a difference between numismatic collectible coins and the precious metals that I'm describing, where they can help us literally as legal tender in each of our countries. So let me drop the link again for Charlene Heal's monetization celebration. I hope everybody will come over there. Mention Superchat raid when you get there, if you don't mind. We'll go over there together in another few minutes. And like I said, we're going to I'll join her on panel, but we're going to talk a little bit about YouTube as well. And then when we look at the idea of precious metals, a lot of the biggest banks should be able to get their hands on those as well. A little bit of research, and especially from people like Silent Silver, and in Canada, the Numismaniac, and a few other creators that are going to talk about precious metals on their channel, they can let you know some of the reputable dealers to go to, and the banks otherwise can get their hands on it, even though half the point of precious metals is to keep it out of the bank's hands and records, if we want to put it that way. But these are ideas, and they can help us with that again. So I'm always happy to hear that people have them, but these creators can help us understand where to get them as well. So Globee's Travel is up on the screen. This is another creator that's going to help us with some travel videos, whether they're out far away from home or close to home. They're going to bring us to touristy places. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos and put that in my catch-up list right now. It's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that, of course. And then they're working on 400 subscribers already. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. You get an idea from the thumbnails here, all the different types of ideas and places that they're going to bring us. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that these have gotten into almost 7,000 views, one over 12,000, which is great to see. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Globee's Travel. They're here with us just about every day. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll see if there's anybody else that's still listening or watching that hasn't been on the screen or the wheel. Just be active in the chat, say anything at all, and I'll put you on the wheel right away. We still got time for a couple more channels if you would like. Simply Vigo is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Simply Vigo is going to talk to us about healthy eating and healthy living in a different way. They're going to talk about a plant-based plant-based lifestyle. I've said that enough. I should roll off the tongue, but not yet. This creator's got a lot of delicious looking content on their channel, as we can see. I'm just going to grab the latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them. Playlist could be a great tool for that. Simply Vigo has got some shorts as well on the channel. These have gotten into 2,500 views, even 2,700 views and beyond. And yeah, their shorts videos are right in line with the rest of their content. More delicious looking content here. My dear goodness, I got to go through this channel a little bit more. And Simply Vigo is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's here with us frequently and has been a friend of a long time now. I don't know if it's quite a year, but it's got to be getting close, if not already. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. And then 1,400 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards the 1,500 they're thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get to Honcho Gaming STL, and thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to, but we're going to go over now to Charlene Heal's second channel, and that is Conscious Business Services and Opportunity. She's got a monetization celebration. This is her second one, and I'm going to join her on panel. I don't know who else she's got lined up to come and join us, but I joined her actually just a couple of months ago, and we had a few other creators with us talking about some of the mistakes we make on YouTube. Today we're going to talk about the YouTube journey and a little bit of maybe tips and tricks and things like that. So I hope everybody will join us. I'll leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3.5 minutes like I always do, and then we'll go over there and the redirect's already set. Honcho Gaming STL, they just recently renamed the channel to STL, but it was Honcho Gaming all along. If you just put Honcho Gaming in, you'll find it right away. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them. And then I'm going to look at the shorts videos on the channel and see that these have gotten, pardon me while I put it in the popular tab here, into 3,800 views, one over 6,300, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel. So lots of video gameplay here. We can see they're mixing up the different games. Grand Theft Auto, of course, is my game of choice, and a bit more variety in the rest of what they're doing. So we'd love to push them towards 600 subscribers. And thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you to our moderators again, and we'll be back on Monday. I might move the time, but we're expected to be back on Monday. We're going to try to keep them going just about every other day now, and I'll only move them if I have to once they're set. There's I Am Betty J Gathers. I'm going to put her channel up for a second here because I wanted to say something to... what was I going to tell? Oh, yeah, I Am Betty J Gathers. I watched one of her videos this morning, and in her vlog, she did a almost cook-along multicam setup similar to what I just saw from Just Jason Keto and More. There it is right there. It rolls over right away. She's making soup. And there she is talking. I wondered about that. The last one that I watched, she was buying some groceries for the soup. I don't know if they coincide with each other, but that was interesting to see. I Am Betty J Gathers is talking about living your best life over 60. And I believe all of what she comes up with, if not 99% of it, can relate to just about anybody. She's always smiling, always laughing. These vlogs bring us about her day, and she's often referencing other creators. She could be indoors, outdoors, shopping. She could be cooking. She could be exercising. She talks about intermittent fasting and healthy eating and healthy living sometimes. She's got shorts here that have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional as well. But this creator's also had a lot of StreamYard panels and been featured on other channels as well. She's always up with the chat and keeping up with the chat, so the conversation's always engaging over there. Hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gathers. We'd love to push her towards the 2,000 subscribers. She's getting pretty close. And then thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent. We'll make a quick exit today, but I hope you'll come over to Charlene Heal. I'll drop the link again in a quick second. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.